Recently, Kamaru Usman in an Instagram live video with Luke Belair speaks on fighting Conor McGregor. He said he's a chicken for not taking the fight.
So, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it feels like, look, I could crush Conor. It's not worth it because I'm in it for the competition.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would love to, because the thing with Conor is Conor's got such a name to where there's a certain level that you get to where people, and I see this a lot with comedians. There's a certain level that you get to where you might not even be, your joke might not even be funny.
But you get the laugh.
But you get the laugh
right.
because of who you are as a comedian. And Conor has gotten to that level to where he's not the best.
Yep.
But he gets that nod. Oh, it's Conor McGregor. He's a dangerous fighter, one of the best guys. But you're not the best. And so, of course, with that being said, of course, I would love to compete against him to really show how much of a deficit they are between myself and himself. But you know, at the end of the day, and that's the thing too, is, you know, the business aspect of it is very important, because of course, we got to get paid for what we do.
You got to get paid.
Yeah, we got to get paid for what we do. But yeah, I mean, I would love to compete against him, but I'm not chasing that. If he wants to retire,
Would you ever do boxing? Straight up boxing?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What would make you do that?
The right amount.
Would you want to fight?
The right amount of money.
Who would you want to fight?
Oh man, there's a ton of guys that I would want to fight. I think someone that I would love to fight. I always loved their father, and the way that he fought was Julio Cesar Chavez. I loved the way that he fought, because he was a dog in there when he went in, and he was coming after you. It was your heart versus his heart. And I would love to fight his son Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And his son is a good boxer, very, very skilled, very talented boxer. And I think that would be an incredible fight. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
All right, so here, one word. I'm going to give you some names. Just give me one word that comes to mind. Good, bad, ugly.
Okay.
Gilbert Burns.
Hungry.
Masvidal.
Hype.
Leon Edwards.
Improved.
Stephen Thompson.
Karate Kid.
Damian Maia.
Strangler.
Michael, is it Chiesa?
Michael Chiesa.
Chiesa.
Tough.
Rafael Dos Anjos.
Gritty.
Nate Diaz.
Bum.
Jeff Neal.
Savage.
Robbie Lawler.
Original Savage.
Conor McGregor.
Chicken.
I love it. I love it.
UFC on ESPN 10 has just wrapped up. Here's your MMA Release recap. To kick off the main card, Mariya Agapova defeated Hannah Cifers via rear naked choke in the first round.
Or attack a submission while she's hurt.
Wow, wraps to the back here.
Right to a body triangle. She's around the neck. That's it.
Hannah taps and Mariya Agapova. Non-stop action on the feet,
I'm telling you
locks
what.
up the submission.
Jourdain Espinosa defeated Mark De La Rosa via unanimous decision. He's now 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Fili defeated Charles Jourdain via split decision. He is now 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Charles Rosa defeated Kevin Aguilar via split decision. He is now 3-2 in his last 5 fights. In the co-main event, Marvin Vettori defeated Karl Roberson via rear naked choke in the first round.
Another warning there from Mergliata.
Smart there. Used that opportunity. Kept him busy. He's got that choke in.
45 seconds to work. Roberson gonna try to fight the hands. There's a tap. Marvin Vettori's been waiting for it. Takes around to take care of it.
And for the main event, Cynthia Calvillo defeated Jessica Eye via unanimous decision. Here's some reactions from the MMA community. Caitlin Chukagian tweeted, "Gimme gimme" at Cynthia Calvillo. Tatiana Suarez tweeted, "Oh shit, Caitlin Chukagian wants Cynthia Calvillo. Sounds like a matchup to me." And Kenny Florian tweeted, "Calvillo pretty dominant over Eye, who looked like she was 1 or 2 weight classes bigger than her." A 3-round heavyweight bout between Junior Dos Santos vs Jairzinho Rozenstruik has been targeted for UFC 252. Junior Dos Santos is coming off a TKO loss to Curtis Blaydes, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik is coming off a KO loss to Francis Ngannou. A 3-round light heavyweight bout between Magomed Ankalaev versus Ion Cutelaba has been targeted for UFC 252. Both fighters last fought each other at UFC Fight Night 169, but the fight was stopped too early and Magomed Ankalaev got the TKO stoppage in just 38 seconds. A 3-round bantamweight bout between Nathaniel Wood versus Umar Nurmagomedov has been targeted for the July 25th card on Fight Island. Nathaniel Wood is coming off a TKO loss to John Dodson, and Umar Nurmagomedov is coming off a rear naked choke win over Brian Gonzalez. Recently in a media scrum, Dana White gave his thoughts on the situation with Jorge Masvidal. He also spoke on the recent criticism regarding fighter pay.
Not a surprise. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, we've been doing this for 20 years. People who want to fight get fights, and people who don't, don't. And he's the #1 ranked guy in the world. #1 versus the champion. And this kid wants to stay busy, you know. These kids that come out and go on runs like Burns is on and want to keep fighting and stay active, they're healthy, and they want to, it's the smartest thing you could do, you know. And it doesn't surprise me that Masvidal, you know, Masvidal is very much like the Diaz brothers, you know. He beats to the, you know, sound of his own drum. When he wants to do something, he does it, and it's not very surprising at all. Listen, I'm putting on fights every weekend for the next 10 years, all right? And if you want to fight, call us. We'll offer you fights, and if you don't want to take them, you don't have to. It's always been that way. Everybody's acting like this is like some new drama that just popped up, and this has never happened before in the history of the sport. This happens all the time, nonstop. This isn't new either. There's a lot of new people covering us. There's a lot of new people that don't know a lot about the sport. That's new. This isn't new. This is the same old. And all these fighters that are, you know, they share in the revenue. They do share in the revenue. They have the upside in the pay-per-view, you know? And guys that sell pay-per-view make a lot of money.
Probably Cormier. He's not going to strike this time. He's going to wrestle it. I would love to back as soon as possible, so in summer for sure. Not yet, but soon I will be for sure. Thank you. UFC not, but my manager for sure. He's on the phone all the time with UFC, with matchmakers, so soon. I think it was Paul Bontella, 13 seconds. It's probably top 5 fastest KOs in UFC history. But my comrade Jorge, he has the fastest one. Absolutely not. Hopefully baseball or hockey.
And Dustin Poirier speaks on his preparation for his upcoming fight against Dan Hooker.
Man, I don't know when's the last time I had a 3-round fight, so this is just another fight for me.
Right.
The training, luckily for me, man, American Top Team is so big. There's dorms where guys live full time there, so there's always lots of bodies in the gym. I've had very high-level guys since May 1st, since I came out here to start preparing. I didn't have the fight locked down with Dan, but I knew something was coming, and that's why I just came out here May 1st and started working, man. And it's been almost 8 weeks of solid work. It feels good. I'm great. I'm ready to go. Yeah, for sure, because we were mandatory quarantined. You know, I couldn't get the work that I needed. As things got loose and things started to open up, and I was able to travel to Florida because there was a ban. You know, Texas and Florida banned Louisiana travel. If you came in from Louisiana, because they had a big outbreak in New Orleans. If you came in from Louisiana, you had to do a mandatory 2-week quarantine. So if I would have been fighting that date and rushed back over here, I would have been stuck in the house for the, you know, it would have been too short. So things worked out the way they're supposed to. You know, I think he's a very patient fighter. He listens to his corner well. I'm not sure if they're game planning or whatnot, but he seems very patient and strategic when he's in there. So I'm expecting a very smart, intelligent fighter. and that's it. You know, like you said, it's just another fight. He's long, rangy, likes to stay on the outside, dangerous knees, a great guillotine. You know, he does a few things very well, but I do everything, you know, I do everything well, and I'm coming in there to win.